Here's the secret of the universe nobody understands. People say it's okay to fail if you try your best. But the truth is, and this is the truth, if you try your best, you never fail. And this is the misunderstood secret of the universe. I'll give you an example. I have never seen a man who wakes up at 6 o'clock in the morning, goes to the gym, and trains for 2 hours, 7 days a week, and eats protein, and doesn't eat garbage, and eats properly, and dedicates himself, ever. I've never seen that man still be fat, ever. But the point is, of course, I'm not saying he's going to be the best ever, but he's not going to fail at being in good shape. It's biologically impossible if he dedicates himself. I've also never seen a man who wakes up every day, pays attention to the internet, looking at all the different opportunities, tries new things, talks to his friends about new ideas, focuses, works hard, doesn't go on TikTok, doesn't get distracted, doesn't drink, dedicate himself, not get rich. Never seen it. It's very easy to get exactly what you want if you try. What you have is people who try 60%. They try one day, then they miss a day. Then they try 3 days, then they miss a day. And then they say, I tried my best, but I still failed. This isn't real. You didn't try your best because you missed a day. I have always tried my best, which is why I have everything I've ever tried to get. I don't have the things I didn't try to get, but I do have the things I did try to get. If I see a man and he's like, oh, I don't want to work, I don't want to try, I just drink. Well, then I don't like you because you're an idiot. You're a winner because you dedicate yourself. All I'm trying to say is that the world, especially the masculine world, is one large, endless competition. And if you want to win a game, you need to at least play it. You can pretend there's no competition, but then you're not going to win. If you wake up and realize that the car you want, other men want, the woman you want, other men want, the house you want, other men want, the job you want, other men want, the followers you want, other men want. When you realize this, you're like, okay, now I know the competition, let me go try and win. If you're going to sit and say, well, I don't believe there's a competition, that's fine, but you're not going to win anything. If someone were to say to me, Andrew, how do I get rich? I'd say, well, then you have to understand that all the money you're trying to make, other people are trying to make. So you need to be faster, you need to be more competitive, you need to be better than they are, you need to try harder, you need to wake up earlier, you need to dedicate yourself. And if they say to me, I don't want to do that, so I'm going to lose, I'm going to say, okay, then you're a loser, go lose, here's the next man who wants to win. And then when he wins, people are going to ask him how he did it. And I'm going to say, because he played the game. This is who you're competing against. So the competition is absolutely and utterly fierce. Understanding that you're a man with a small pistol up against a mighty army. If you want to add a little bit of laziness on top, you're fucked. So when I say people are lazy, they go, I'm not lazy, I work hard every day. You work 8 hours a day? You work eight? What? If I'm awake, I'm working. I'll be driving my Bugatti Chiron through Dubai, working. I'm texting at the same time. I don't take a second off. I don't take a minute off. I don't relax. I don't rest. I don't stop. I don't chill. None. Ever. I'm either asleep or at work. That's it. Second I wake up, I check my phone, I begin working. I go to the gym in between sets, I am working. I'm online working the entire day until the second I go to sleep, I am at work. That is all I do. And you are at home competing against me, and you want to watch a movie tonight and then say you're not lazy. You're lazy and you're going to lose forever. That's laziness. Next is stupid. I don't think many people are actually too stupid to be rich. You can be below average IQ and still get very rich. A very small percentage of people are too dumb to be rich. So very small percent are too stupid. It's step by step. Do this, do that, do this, and don't be lazy. It's not that hard, right? So stupid's not the problem. So we have people who are lazy, very few are stupid, but the majority, the main reason most people are broke is because they are arrogant. I will sit here and say all the things I've said. I will do this, take time out of my life for free. Somebody at home will watch and digest it for free. They will agree with the things that are being said, or at least be entertained enough to continue to watch. And they'll sit there and go, nah, I'll do it myself. They're arrogant. They have these egos from fuck knows where because they didn't earn it. And they're just too arrogant to listen to anybody. I became world champion by listening to my coach. I didn't become world champion by walking in and saying, I'll do it myself. That's not how you get anywhere in life. You have to listen. If Mike Tyson were to walk in, or if Elon Musk were to walk in here and talk to me about money, I wouldn't be sitting there going, I can do that. I'd be like, oh, Mr. Elon, richest man in the world. Hello, very nice to meet you. Please, even though I already understand I don't want to launch a car brand or put rockets in space, please, you must know some things I don't know. How do you deal with the currency fluctuations? Does inflation impact how much it costs for you to send a rocket into space? Like, I'll ask him something that's useful, right? But some people are so brutally arrogant that they'll sit here and they'll listen to all the things I said, and they'll agree that I'm intelligent, they'll agree I'm massively successful, but they'll sit there and go, yeah, but you know what? I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself. They're arrogant. Everybody's arrogant. I sit with people who I used to go to school with from Luton who are still broke and tell them how to make money. And you know what they do? They answer back. Yeah, but it's not that simple because, the wife gets the kid, and you know what? And I don't like to do things that way. The way I like to work. The way you like to work is why you're fucking broke. So what the fuck are you talking about? You just sat here and wasted 10 minutes of my time. I told you how to take your business of painting and decorating and make a serious amount of money, and now you're telling me the way you like to work? Then stay broke. What level of arrogance? But this is people. They'll sit with a multi-millionaire and tell you their view. Oh, I think that know when you're out qualified and accept it and learn. So we all do. I can't play piano for shit. The piano teacher walked in here and said, this is what you do. And I said, well, I like to move my hands this way. What kind of dumbass? But this is the arrogance people operate under. So I'd say 20% of people are lazy, 20 to 25%. A large portion of the world are not lazy. They're actually working exceptionally hard, but they're doing the wrong thing. 5% of people are too stupid. So say 25%, 5% is 30%. But 70% of people are brutally arrogant. And this is why they are poor. That's the truth.
I'm telling you to be angry. Anger is a fantastic force. Perfectly fine for you to be pissed off. It's perfectly fine for you to look around at your life, look at the house you live in, look at the car you drive, and get pissed off and go, you know what, I want a hotter bitch, I want a nicer house, I want a faster car. There's nothing wrong if you take that anger and you direct it in the correct direction. You need to get angry about your situation. You're sitting there right now, you're watching it, and you look around you, and you don't own the home you're in, get pissed off. If there ain't a Ferrari on your drive, get pissed off. If you don't have 10 Playboy Bunny level beauties, get pissed off. And well, what the fuck? You need to sit there and realize, whoa. I have a few years of consciousness, and even less than that, I have a few short years as a young man, because age will damage you. I mean, if you're a millionaire in your 60s, it's not nearly as good as being a millionaire at my age. I became a millionaire at 28. So you need to realize you got a few short years as a young man, you're wasting them. You need to sit there and go, shit, get angry. Because getting angry, forced, directed anger is an extremely powerful force.
I knew I was going to be the big G before I was the big G. There's nothing fake about belief. I knew what I was going to be.
When I was broke, I couldn't sleep. And I say that, people laugh. I'm not joking. When I wanted money, like I needed air. I am smart enough to know that money equals freedom. I needed money. And I used to sit there and just literally my hands in my head, and people were like, what's wrong with you? It's like, I need money. I want money today. I'm not gonna live broke. Get rich or die trying. I understand that completely.
I couldn't sleep at night when I was broke. I knew I had to find a way out. I was sitting there going, I refuse to live my human years and be some second-class citizen peasant when there's people out here who get to do whatever the fuck they want. I couldn't tolerate it, and I was so uncomfortable that it gave me the motivation I needed to escape.
Nobody, absolutely nobody, gives a fuck about you as much as you're going to have to give a fuck about. Nobody cares about you as much as they need to care to fix your life. Even your parents, even your friends, even all the people who think they care about you, they care about you. Yeah, sure, there may be 2 or 3 people on the planet genuinely care about you. But nobody is going to come to your bed, drag you out of bed, drag you to a job, force you to work hard, go and get you a hot bitch, and go and buy you a Ferrari. Nobody is going to do that for you. You are never going to have any of the things that you want if you do not get them yourself. Nobody cares about you enough to do it for you.
I think that the men who do think that way, who think I need to become the king and I need to give the kingdom to my son, I don't think they're happy men.
Warriors, buckle up and brace yourselves, because I'm about to drop a truth bomb that'll shake your soul, top G style. The secret of the universe isn't some fluffy, feel-good nonsense about trying your best and accepting failure. Nah, that's loser talk. The real secret, the one nobody gets, is this. If you actually try your best 100%, no excuses, no half-assing, you never fail. That's the code of the universe, the hidden law that separates kings from peasants. The world's out here lying to you, saying it's okay to fall short as long as you tried. Bullshit. If you're giving everything you've got, failure isn't an option. It's biologically, mathematically, spiritually impossible. And if you're ready to stop playing small and start dominating, smash that subscribe button and let's build an empire that makes the world tremble. Let me break it down with some real talk. I've never seen a man who wakes up at 6 a.m., hits the gym for 2 hours, 7 days a week, eats clean, high protein, no junk, dedicates himself fully, and ends up fat. Never. It's not possible. The universe doesn't work that way. If you commit to the grind, your body has to respond. Same with money. I've never seen a man who wakes up every day, scours the internet for opportunities, tries new ventures, networks with the right people, works his ass off, skips TikTok, stays sober, and stays laser focused, not get rich. Never. The universe is generous, but it's not charity. It rewards those who show up day in, day out with unrelenting discipline. You want something? Try your best. Not 60%, not when I feel like it, but your absolute best. That's the cheat code. Most people don't get this because they're stuck in a cycle of half-assed effort. They'll hit the gym for 3 days, skip a day, eat a burger, and then cry, I tried my best, but I'm still out of shape. Nah, you didn't try your best, you quit. You missed a day. You gave in. That's not effort, that's weakness. Same with money. They'll work hard for a week, then spend a weekend scrolling, drinking, or chasing distractions, and wonder why they're broke. I tried, they say. No, you didn't. You played at 60%, maybe 70%, and called it your best. Real winners don't miss days, they don't take breaks. They don't chill. I've tried my best at everything I've ever wanted fighting. Business, fitness, and that's why I've got Bugattis, world titles, and a life most can't even dream of. If I don't have something, it's because I didn't try for it, period. The masculine world is a brutal, endless competition, and you better wake up to that fact. Everything you want, cars, women, houses, jobs, followers other men want it too. If you're sitting there pretending there's no race, you're not just losing. You're not even in the game. I had a guy ask me once, Andrew, how do I get rich? I told him, understand that every dollar you're chasing, someone else is chasing too. You got to be faster, smarter, hungrier. Wake up earlier, work harder, stay sharper. He looked at me and said, I don't want to live like that. I said, cool, then you're a loser. Step aside for the next man who's ready to win. That's the game. You don't get to opt out and still expect the prize. Winners play, and they play to win. I learned this in the ring. At 22, I was a nobody, training in a sweaty gym, getting my ass handed to me. But I saw the world champion belt, and I wanted it. Other guys wanted it, 2 better fighters, bigger names. Did I sit there and say, oh, well, I'll try my best? Hell no. I trained harder, studied film, sparred until I could barely stand. I was up at 5 a.m. while they were sleeping, running sprints while they were partying. By 26, I had 4 world titles. Why? Because I played the game, and I played it harder than anyone else. That's what you gotta do. See the competition, size it up, and outwork every single one of them. This is where most guys fail. They're lazy, stupid, or arrogant. Laziness is the obvious one. You think working 8 hours a day makes you a hustler? Bro, I'm working every second I'm awake. I'm in my Bugatti in Dubai, closing deals, texting clients, planning moves. Between sets at the gym, I'm on my phone making money. I don't take breaks. I don't watch movies. I don't relax. The second my eyes open, I'm at war. You're out here working 8 hours, then chilling with Netflix, and you think you're not lazy? You're lazy as hell, and you're gonna lose forever. Laziness isn't just sitting on the cooch at any moment. You're not pushing toward your goals. Stupidity? That's rare. I don't believe most people are too dumb to get rich. You don't need a genius IQ to make money. It's step by step. Learn a skill, network, hustle, repeat. Below average guys are out here running businesses, stacking millions because they follow the playbook. Maybe 5% of people are genuinely too stupid to figure it out, but that's it. So if you're not stupid and you're still broke, what's the real problem? Arrogance. That's the killer. Arrogance is why 70% of people stay broke, and it's the ugliest trait a man can have. I'll sit here, a multimillionaire, a world champion, giving you the blueprint for free, and some of you will watch this, nod, maybe even agree, and then say, nah, I'll do it my way. Your way? Bro, your way has you broke, living in a rented apartment, driving a beat-up car. What the hell are you talking about? I met a guy from my old school in Luton, still painting houses at 40, barely scraping by. I told him, systemize your business, hire a team, scale up. You could be making $500 K a year. He looked at me and said, yeah, but I like doing it my way. I don't trust employees. I'm like, Your ways got you broke, man. What are you defending? That's arrogance thinking. You know better when your life screams failure. I became a champion because I listened. My coach told me how to throw a jab, how to move, how to win. I didn't walk in saying, I'll do it my way. If Elon Musk sat down with me, I wouldn't lecture him about money. I'd shut up and ask questions. How do you handle inflation? What's your move when markets crash? I'd learn, because he's outqualified me in that game. But most guys, they're too arrogant to learn. They'll watch this, hear my story, see my success, and still think, I'll figure it out myself. Good luck, bro. Your ego's writing checks your life can't cash. Arrogance isn't just annoying, it's deadly. It keeps you stuck because you refuse to admit you're wrong. I was arrogant once at 20, thinking I could outsmart the game without a mentor. I started a business, ignored advice, and lost $10,000 in 3 months. That failure humbled me. I went back, found a mentor, listened, and by 23, I was making 6 figures. Humility is power. When you're outqualified, shut up and learn. If a piano teacher tells you how to play, you don't argue, I like moving my hands this way. You listen or you stay trash. Same with life. Swallow your pride or stay broke. Now, let's talk about anger, because it's a weapon most men are afraid to wield. People tell you to stay calm, be positive. Screw that, get pissed off. Look at your life, your rented house, your empty bank account, your average girlfriend, and get angry. Not whiny, not bitter, but focused, burning anger. I was broke at 25, sleeping on a couch, and it made me furious. I wasn't mad at the world, I was mad at myself. I wanted money like I needed air. I'd lie awake at night, hands on my head, thinking, I refuse to live like a peasant while others live like kings. That anger drove me. It pushed me to work 18-hour days, to fight, to win. By 28, I was a millionaire. Anger, directed right, is rocket fuel. I knew I was the top G before I had a dime. That wasn't arrogance, that was belief. I saw my empire when I was broke, and I refused to accept anything less. I couldn't sleep, not because I was stressed, but because I was hungry. I understood money equals freedom, and I wasn't going to be a second-class citizen. That hunger, that anger, gave me the edge. Most guys don't have it. They're comfortable, settling for okay, wasting their prime years. You've got a short window as a young man in your 20s, maybe your 30s before age slows you down. Being a millionaire at 60 ain't the same as being one at 28. Time's ticking, and you're wasting it. Get angry, get moving, or get left behind. Nobody cares about you like you need to care about you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your girl. They might love you, but they're not dragging you out of bed, forcing you to train, or handing you a Ferrari. I had a friend, Jake, who thought his family would support him through his dreams. He'd talk about starting a business, but never acted. His mom paid his rent, his buddies covered his drinks, and he stayed broke. Meanwhile, I was out here, no safety net, building my own empire. By 30, I had millions. Jake was still begging for handouts. Nobody's coming to save you. If you want the life, the cars, the women, the respect, you gotta take it yourself. This is about legacy, too. You're not just fighting for you, you're fighting for your kids, your name, your bloodline. I want my son to inherit a kingdom, not a struggle. But most men don't think like that. They're happy with enough coasting through life, leaving nothing behind. That's not happiness, that's cowardice. A real man builds something that lasts, something his family can stand on. If you're not grinding for that, you're not a man, you're a drifter. Let me hit you with a story. At 24, I was in a dead-end job scraping by. I'd see guys my age driving Porsches, dating models, living free, and it burned me up. One night, I was at a bar, watching some rich dude buy rounds for everyone. I thought, why not me? That anger pushed me to quit my job, learn sales, and start a hustle. I'd cold call clients at 7 a.m., study marketing till midnight, train in between. 2 years later, I was closing 6-figure deals, living in a penthouse. Not because I was smarter, but because I was angrier, hungrier, and refused to lose. That's the difference. The competition out there is fierce, and you're up against guys like me, guys who don't stop, don't rest, don't quit. You're bringing a slingshot to a war, and if you add laziness, stupidity, or arrogance on top, you're done. I'm not saying you have to be the best ever, but you gotta be the best version of you. Wake up at 5 a.m., train like a beast, work like a machine, learn like a scholar, skip the movies, the bars, the distractions. Every second you're not grinding, someone else is, and they're taking what's yours. Here's the test. It's May 21, 2025, and the year's 40% gone. You made those New Year's resolutions, said, this is my year, look around. Same job, same bank account, same life. That's on you. If you're not closer to your goals, it's because you didn't try your best. You slacked, you quit, you settled. Get angry about it, own it, then fix it. The second you commit to giving 100% no missed days, no excuses, you'll see the universe bend to your will. That's the secret. That's the game. Play it or lose forever. If you're ready to be the top G, hit subscribe and let's make waves.